Hi guys, I'm going to do the level 32 floor of the tower. Um, I hear a lot of people have a little bit of difficulty with this floor, so I thought I would give some ideas. The main idea here is to use the Warrior of Light as a tank. I have him with a high defense value, uh, as well as a high magic resist value. I'm also bringing Ildira here to with a Spellblade sub to give an additional 38% of magic resistance. You can also bring other spellblades as well that they all have, that magic resist of plus 38%, like, for example, Ramza or Kilfei. Um, the card choices that I have, I mean, I could use better cards, but I'm using these cards to try to make the requirement to do this a little bit lower. So this card is not maxed. This agility is only 9%. I have a 15% Ramza card, but I'm using this one instead to kind of mimic the MR vision card. Again, I have better choices for this as well, but I have a lot of UR cards. I don't have as many, MR or SR cards, so I'm just using what I have with a little bit lower requirement. I don't have anything that I can replace for the magic resistance, so I'm using that. And I also kind of need this card as well, the for the unit resist. So that's what I have. So that's what I'm using. Um, and I don't need to bring Shell. She's just an extra, really. But any haster would work. I don't actually even need a haster probably because I'm sure Warrior of Light will take his turn before any of the enemies. Let me just take a look to see when he will. Yep, he will go right here before any of the enemies. So I don't need to bring a haster, but uh, this is units I'm bringing. And the reason I'm bringing these units is to keep the requirement a little bit lower. Okay, so that was a bad place for him to stand because Ildira can't even buff him on this turn. So what do I do? Okay, I guess I will just top off everybody's health a little bit. Um, and I will use haste. He will still probably go before before any of the enemies get a turn. So I will move her here. I will use Dragon Skin. Okay, so his job right now is to be a wall. I will use Brave Presence. So I want to make sure that he's in range of Ildira to use her ability. So she will move over there. I will use Brave Presence so that he starts taking all the damage for the party. So because of his high defense value, he's not going to be taking too much damage from the archers. And I'm hoping he takes like 10 damage or so from the from the holy attacks. Wow, they didn't even attack him. Maybe because they won't do a lot of damage, so they're not even bothering to attack. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they didn't just move in and attack using holy. Okay, so his resistance is now 98, so he shouldn't be scared of taking any damage from these mages at all. So Pierce type is the weapon of choice I'm going for this round. As you can see, they have low resistance to pierce and slash damage, so you can bring either type to dispatch of them fairly quickly. Let me see if maybe I will use Dragon's Dive. Yeah, and yes, so that goes off before any of them can move. So that's great. Now he already took 3 attacks, so I'm going to apply Brave Presence again because I want to make sure that he keeps, taking all the damage for my team. Like, I did not want that sharpshoot to hit my my Glaciella there. because if it hit her, I would probably be in a little bit of trouble. So now I'm gonna try to haste Glaciella. Alright, and so now I want to cure my my tank so he doesn't die. Yeah, I will use the height-based cure right now, and I will use his own cure skill. Yeah, that's what I thought. He would take like 10 damage. So there you go. That's one easy way to mitigate their damages, provided you have, a magic resist. Provided you have Fenrir, really. If you have Fenrir and a Spellblade, you can you can take very, very low damage from them. Let me see if there's any skill I can use to one-shot him. There isn't, so might as well use Javelin Claw, because I'll take at least 2 hits to defeat him. So my Warrior of Light no longer has any hate skill on him, so I have to be a little bit careful with what I do, with how I position the rest of my units, because they might die. Now I want to use. There's this. Do I not have that skill that raises ice? Imperil. That's what I was looking for. To make it easier to take him down, and then I'm going to run away because I don't want Shell to take more damage. Engelbert dies easily to magic damage, so I'm going to start poking him with Eldira. And then I'm going to move her here. Actually, I should have moved her up here to deal with the archers up there. Okay, so do you have enough? Yes. No, I just need to make sure that she still moves, I think. Maybe, yeah, this guy might move away, but at least she will hit both of those archers with the dragon's dive. Okay, so I'll get to hit all 3 because she didn't move out of the way, so that's good. Another stop strike to well, I don't. So I'm thinking she's going to use her attack on Glaciella. So I was trying to stop, but that did not land, unfortunately. Okay, so Glaciella is taking a bit of damage now, so I would like to, well, let me kill this one off first. If I can hopefully one-shot with one of my abilities. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I am going to use Leap Strike to kill her, and then I'm going to run away to safety. Yeah, probably this is, if there's a height 3 square she can stand on, but there isn't. So I will move her here. If there's a height 3 square that she could stand on, then Eldira will heal her for even more damage, for even more health. But unfortunately that is not the case. So she will just have to make do over there. Now I'm hasting Eldira because I want her to get off more heals so that my Glaciella doesn't die. And and this is one of my first videos where I'm actively talking while I am playing, so there might be some like awkward silences or something, so I apologize for that. I'm just getting kind of used to this. Hopefully the quality of these videos get better as time goes on. Okay, I can't reach him from there, so I have to approach from one of the sides, so I'm going to go over here. Now, Ildira, I want you to cure Glashella so she doesn't die. The thing about these archers is that they will use a skill every other turn. They can't use sharpshoot 2 turns in a row, for example, because they don't have the AP for that. So they will use one skill and then one normal attack and then a skill again and a normal attack. So comment can kill these. I guess they're low resistant to magic damage. Let me just double check so you guys can see. Yeah, they have -5 magic, they have -15 pierce and -10 strike. So any of those 3 damage types will do quite a bit of damage to them. So, well, I have more casts of Holy, and I have other light type of damage, so I'm going to use Holy instead. Instead of Water God, I mean. Alright. Stage is winding down. I just have the one archer over here, another archer there, and Engelbert. So I'm going to just conserve my skills, really. I'm going to move these units around just to, like, if I care about my score, I would move them around so that they use more of their AP, and I use up less turns because of that. So Engelbert should be dead with this skill. Okay, so I have to use... I'll use Water Goddess. No, I'll use... Damn it. Does she get another turn? Okay. So I will have to pick one of these Holy or Water God to use. I will use Holy because I like more AoE moves, because I'll probably have a cluster of enemies in a future round that I can use the Water God skill on. And now I'm just trying to catch up to kill those guys. I'm gonna leave her as bait because I don't really need her. So that's why I left her there, so that the enemy will run towards Glashella and make it easier for me to kill. In the meantime, I'm going to use jump, and yes, the jump lands before the archer gets a turn, so that's great. If Chell takes a turn, I might just use comment to kill that archer. So I brought Chell, like, just because, one second. Alright, I'll use comment and a normal attack to kill that archer. I brought Shell because, you know, trying to make it lower requirement. She is good because she's fast and she's a haster, and her comments have been useful this round. But I didn't really need to bring her. I could have brought, you know, other teams to deal with this round. I will show you my lineup to show you some other groups of units that I could have brought to deal with the stage. So it had a lot of archers and it had a lot of mages, and they were all light enemies. So I could have brought, you know, Warrior of Light again as a tank, keep him hasted with Ayaka or any other haster to make sure he keeps drawing aggro. And then I could have brought like my dark units. I could have brought Dwayne. I could have brought Venera, Kane. They will very easily dispatch of the mages, especially because they have low resistance. Well, basically have negative resistance to dark type, and they also have negative resistance to slash. So all 3 of these would have been able to make quick work of her. Not of her, of all the mages. And then I just have the archers to deal with. And for the archers, yeah, having the dragoons helped because they have longer movements, and especially Victoria with her range two skills, height range two skills, so that helped a lot as well. Um, but you know, if I bring a healer, I can more easily deal with them because I know that they will only be doing a lot of damage every other turn. So I would try to, as long as my units don't get one shot in a particular round, I should be able to deal with them. So anyway, I hope that kind of gives you some ideas on dealing with this round. Um, oh, and another thing you could have brought is you could bring Tancred and use his buffs uh, on his gunbreaker sub, like Heart of Stone, to increase somebody's defense. I think it increases by 15. So, and you can cast it on anyone else. It's not only on himself. So you can cast it on other units that will be taking damage because the gunners don't have any defense penetration skills, I believe. So, so def of 15 will increase your defense by 15. So anyway, I hope that gives you some ideas on how to deal with this round. I will try to post some more videos for other rounds as well. Anyway, until next time, this has been Locke.